Start in a compact quadrupedal position with hips and shoulders level. This is a straight arm drill, so whenever the arm is down, whenever the arm is loaded, it will remain locked straight. You begin by lifting opposite arm and leg, so let's say left arm and right leg, lifting them and reaching them as far away from the center of the body as possible. Rotate through into a tabletop position. Now lift the other arm and leg, right arm, left leg. Again, reach away from the center. Rotate through into the quadrupedal, and now change directions. Right arm and left leg. Rotate through with control, perform the movement slowly. Left arm, right leg reaching away from the center. Rotate back through into the quadrupedal position. So every time you hit the quadrupedal, you'll change directions. Left arm and right leg extend, and this will be one repetition where we rotate through into tabletop, extend the other arm and leg, reach them away from the center, rotate through slowly, controlling every portion of the movement, back to quadrupedal. So that was one repetition. Change directions, rotate, slowly, extend arm and leg, back to quadrupedal, and so on. What makes this a lateral push-up is the orientation of the chest and the head during the movement. So we're not going to turn the head and chest to face the floor. Make sure you pay attention to that detail through the demonstration. So from the squat, we will place the hands out to the side. They'll be a little wider than shoulder width apart, and this foot will be more or less centered between the hands. For the easiest variation, you will put that knee down. So moving to my right, I put my right knee on the floor, keep the head and chest facing out to the side. As you lower down, touch the side of the head to the floor. So I'm not facing the floor, I'm facing out to the side. Push back up, and then bring this knee off the floor and return to the squat. So that's the easiest variation. The second variation is the same, but we won't put the knee down. Notice again that I keep my head and chest facing the camera here. For the third variation, you will lift the back leg, the far leg. So as I'm going to my right, I will lift my left leg off the floor. And I kind of sweep it back behind the line of the body a little. The knee doesn't touch the floor, the side of the leg doesn't touch the floor. There'll be two progressions for this drill. The first is a double leg glute bridge. You'll start by lifting the balls of the feet up off the floor, so it's only the heels on the floor, and cueing a slight posterior pelvic tilt, cueing that tail tuck. It has the effect of flattening the lower back, pressing the lower back into the floor, and drawing the butt just very slightly off the floor. Maintaining that position, you'll drive your hips up, press the heels hard into the floor, cue a strong glute contraction for yourself, and then lower back down. Here, only the lower back will touch the floor, the butt will not quite touch the floor, and you'll press back up again, keeping that tail tucked. Yeah, lower down, and press back up. So the position we're trying to avoid is this position, where I've sent my belly up, but I haven't actually sent my hips up. Now my lower back is doing the work, and my glutes are doing less, if any, work. So instead, I don't want to be in this position, I want to be in this position, where I have this connection here, tail slightly tucked, the glutes are doing the work. And lower back down. If this is easy for you, given the prescribed number of reps, and you're sure you're doing it well and you're getting a nice strong glute contraction, then you can do the single leg glute bridge instead. So you'll bend one knee, draw it to the chest. This drawing of the knee to the chest can help with cueing that slight tail tuck. Again, you maintain that shape, lower back's touching the floor, the butt's slightly off. Press the heel down into the floor as you extend the hip and squeeze that glute hard. Make sure you're really driving the movement from the glute, not from the lower back. Place your hands on the floor from a standing position. If you can keep your legs straight, then do. If you can't, it's okay to let them bend. And from here, we're going to walk the hands out. The arm will be straight whenever it's on the floor. Walk the hands out, just small controlled steps. When you get to this position, don't let the lower back collapse. Keep the ribs drawn in, keep the tail tucked, posterior pelvic tilt, and continue walking out as far as you can. When you reach your limit, start walking yourself back in. All the way back up. Small steps, don't rush the movement. And that's 1 repetition.